Well, just realize you're gonna reap what you sow. I don't give a about your time or your judge's cutting. Trick ass judge, you need to bet you can even with him. How about that? I've been all this time trying to be humble, trying to do what's right, and you all constantly sent me to jail or prison and punish me when I ain't broke one in law. All I did was get sick and have seizures and reach out to help, and you mother want to throw me in jail and then say I'm breaking the law. So, bitch, I'm gonna break the law. You, your family, eat it, bitch. How about that? Let's get this shit over with.
Your response.
A kitten. The response is a kitten. This just gets worse. It just gets worse.
You wish to waive that hearing and admit to the violation.
I guess I just want to get this over with.
All right. Anything you want to say before I sanction you?
What's that?
Anything that you want to say to me before I sanction you?
I mean, the only thing that I can say is, honestly, I never did try to refuse seeing anyone as far as the, what do you call it, the assessments. When he told me to see a doctor, I never tried to refuse to see them. It's just that there's a lot been going on. I've been in and out of the hospitals, having more and more seizures. I had it set up to see doctors, but just never got a chance to do it.
Mr. Pegues, I listened to your voicemail that you left for Officer Martinez. Would you like to explain that to me?
Yes, no problem. You mean my probation officer?
Officer Martinez is sitting right there.
Okay.
You left her a voicemail message that I've listened to.
Yes. As far as the voicemail, I mean, there's been a lot going on. Like I said, I have no family, no support. I'm not even from Ohio, so I'm still learning my way around. And for me to be mentally disabled, trying to do a lot of this stuff by myself, it's not easy. It's difficult. So often I do get frustrated. I get very aggravated. And instead of most people just listening and hearing me out, trying to say, well, maybe you should go this way or try to help me, it seems everyone is just seeking a punishment. And that's a horrible feeling. That's all I've been trying to hide. Since the day I got here, I went straight to prison. I have people who can tell you that they know I was innocent for a flat fact, but no one wants to listen. Like it's horrible to see people pulling guns on me and saying, come with us or you're gonna die.
You were convicted of an aggravated robbery with a gun specification, correct?
Yes.
Did you go to trial or did you enter a plea of guilty?
They sent me to prison. They told me.
No, that's not what I asked. I know you said, I have the records. I know you were sent to prison. My question was, did you have a trial on that charge or did you enter a plea of guilty?
I was told to plead guilty. I was told that I was facing 12 years. And if
you got 5.
Yes, they told me if I take 5, I wouldn't have to face 12. The lawyer that I had said, I feel that you take 5. They said,
but to stand here,
is better than 12.
But the judge would have questioned you, like I questioned you, about your rights. Hang on. He would have questioned you about your rights to make sure that you understood your rights, that you were making a voluntary and intelligent waiver of those rights. The judges all do the same thing. I have listened to you. I will tell you that when we have these cases, we have 2 prisons here in Warren County, so we get a lot of these prison cases, that when I have someone that does what you did, what you admitted to doing, spitting on someone, that we basically add time to their sentence, that they're already there. You, however, were just at the end of your sentence and were getting out. So I did give you a chance to follow community control, didn't I? I did listen to you.
Yes, sir.
But to leave a voice message for Officer Martinez like you did, but it's not only disrespectful and rude, it was vulgar, and you brought me into it. That's not acceptable.
When did I bring you into it?
I think you told me to suck dick.
I never mentioned your name.
You want me to play it?
I actually spoke of him.
Yeah, you
and
didn't.
Officer.
Here's what I'm going to do.
You didn't mention the judge by name. You said the judge.
Oh, well, I don't remember that, but maybe I did.
You said that you'd never broken the law, that
May I say something?
Let him finish first.
no, yeah, go ahead and say it because I'm going to play this for you.
Okay. This
Play
is what I
it.
want to explain.
Play it. Play it.
I was 19 years old when I first got here. I didn't know anything about the law. I had never even been to jail before. So having the lawyers telling me the things that they were saying to me is all new to me. It wasn't like something that I was familiar with.
All right, here it
I
goes.
just want to say this to you, and I'm hoping you listen for once in your life. I've been speaking to you, different judges, and all these pro bono lawyers, and I've noticed that none of you have taken the time to listen to what I've actually said. Instead, you all want to tell me how you do your job and what your job requires. What you fail to realize is I'm not a stupid person. I'm not a drug addict. I'm not a dope fiend. I don't drink alcohol at all. I'm not an addict, and I'm not a stupid person. I've been to college, studied law, where I was told I was the only person to make straight A's in 35 years. So far from ignorant. But I've noticed that none of you listen. You all want to tell me what happens and how things are going to go. And if I don't do it, then I face more time. Well, it just strikes me odd that I'm basically sitting here having you all threaten me with time, forcing me to accept time for things that I haven't done. So I'm going to put it like this to make it simple. However much time I'm facing, I hope we can get it over with as quick as possible. If we can go in the courtroom tomorrow, fuck it, I'll take the time. Let's get it over with. I want to get it over with as soon as possible. Because one thing I know for certain, I'm not going to keep going to jail and prison when I haven't even broken the law. You all want to make a criminal out of me? Well, just realize you're going to reap what you sow. I don't give a fuck about your time or your judge's telling prick-ass judge you can eat a dick, bitch, you can eat a dick with him. How about that? I've been all this time trying to be humble, trying to do what's right, and you all have constantly sent me to jail and prison and punished me when I ain't broke one fucking law. All I did was get sick and have seizures and reach out for help, and you motherfuckers want to throw me in jail and then say I'm breaking the law. So, bitch, I'm gonna break the law. Fuck you, fuck your family, eat a dick, die, bitch. How about that? Let's get this shit over with.
Your response.
Okay? My response is this. Like I stated before, for a person to be going through all of these things with no support, no family, and mentally disabled, grand mal seizures. If you understand what grand mal seizures are, you'll understand what aggravation does to you. Also this, I've stated that I wasn't familiar with law. This is all new to me when I got to Ohio.
You just said that on that voicemail that you were not only a smart man, but that you were educated and knew the law and got straight A's in the law. That's what you said.
That was after most of these charges.
Well, here's the problem.
When I got out on probation.
Here's the problem is that you've now created a situation, because I did listen, and you're disrespectful and rude to the probation officer to the point where you've created a situation where I'm fearful for my probation officer. You can laugh, but you were the one that left the message, not me. But to sit there and to call her names, to call the court names and to say the things that you said creates a problem. So
basically, you're telling me that all of the things I said that are causing problems for me, that are making it difficult for me, the medical issues that I have, none of that matters. You're just only focused on speaking rude things to you and your officers.
no,
That's all that matters?
that's not true. I'm considering everything.
Are you truly considering everything?
Yeah.
Let's be really honest.
I am being, and I've done nothing but treat you with respect anytime you've been before me. I don't
problems.
I don't
As far as me being out.
I don't appreciate you saying the things that you said about the court.
And I also called right back and told them to let her know that I truly apologized, that I spoke out of anger, but she wouldn't answer the phone. So I spoke with the supervisor. I actually left a message. I remember that also. I called and said, I truly do apologize, just as I did with this man. The same day, right before I spoke to her, I spazzed out on him.
All right.
And I called and said, I am so sorry.
All right.
because I was very aggravated. I'm in the hole for a guy trying to attack me. It's a lot of stuff going on that you all don't see. But all you want to focus on is what I'm not doing that you told me to do. I've had 20 people jump me, hit me in the heads with bottles right while I was walking the streets out there, trying to do the things that you all asked me to do. I got guys pulling guns on me. I take the gun from them. They run. Help, police, he got a gun. And the police come and tackle me and I go to jail. It's a lot of stuff that's happening. And I'm just trying to get you all to see that I'm not even from Ohio. The way that I got to Ohio was strange. I'm in Cincinnati, and as soon as I got there trying to find a way home, a group of guys pulled guns on me. Come with us or you're gonna die. That's how I got the first robbery. They told me if I didn't come with them, I was gonna die. They got away with money, and I got sent to prison. I have a group of people who could tell you that's true because they were the ones who I asked for help, and they said, well, you could sleep on our couch so you won't have to be out in the cold. And I said, thank you. The next morning I got up and said, well, I got to find a way home. So I'm going to ask, do anybody need the grass cut, trash taken out, or anything so I can make some dollars to try to get a bus ride home? And that's when the guys pulled up on me. Hey, aren't you the guy trying to find a bus ticket home? Come and help us move this furniture. We'll buy you a bus ticket. I said, cool, man. As soon as I got in the car, they all pulled guns on me. Like I said, it's a lot of stuff that's happening that's messed up and nobody sees or cares to pay attention to. All they focus on, well, what we told you to do, you didn't do, so we're gonna punish you. Like, but it's hard to do this stuff, and I got so much other stuff happening. It's driving me crazy. I got a doctor who explained to the judge that I shouldn't be incarcerated because I need brain surgery. And that judge released me. But a probation officer said, well, I don't believe aggravated seizures are violent. And they sent me to prison anyway. It took me to an entirely new judge who didn't know the medical part, and he sent me to prison anyway. Right after I was just released the day before for the exact same thing.
Were you aware of any incidents at the county jail with regard to Mr. Pegues?
With the, on the PD?
Yeah.
Not that I'm aware of.
You are aware of anything, Deputy?
I'm not sure, but he is wearing black and white. So
What does that mean?
that means he's
I'm in the hole. I had a cellie who came in my room right after I was released off of, what is it called, medical watch. I had a seizure. They had me on medical watch, and they put me in a new cell by myself. The next morning, they move a guy in. He had just got out the hole. He came in my room talking about, I don't mind going back to the hole for assaulting you. You're going to do what I say. I said, man, you better leave me alone, man. I ain't on all that. I'm trying to be at peace. I have epilepsy. Leave me alone. So you going to shake my hand all in my face. I said, man, leave me alone. You going to shake my hand, OG. I said, man, leave me alone, bro. I just told you I ain't on all that. And he tried to swing at me. I ducked, swung at him, threw a kick, and he ran out the cell. Oh, you gonna throw a kick at me? I said, you just swung on me, tried to punch me. Like, and that's when I got upset. As soon as he came back toward me, I tried to hit him with my locker box.
This time, the court's going to make a finding that you were not amenable to community control in the prison. It's necessary to fulfill the purposes and principles of sentencing, including punishment, deterrence, and protection of the public. Probation would not adequately punish you would mean what happened in this case in prison is necessary due to your extensive criminal history and your failure to respond to previous community control sanctions. So, Mr. Pegues, I'm not going to punish you any more than like I said, the typical sentence on this is 6 months in prison consecutive to your current sentence. So I'm just going to order that. I'm going to order you to serve 6 months in prison, 57 days jail time credit. The court finds that you're indigent for the purpose of any fines, costs, or other financial sanctions. You're also subject to a discretionary period of post-release control. If you, when you're released from prison, the adult parole authority may supervise you for a period of up to 2 years. If you violate the terms of that supervision, you can be returned to prison for up to 1/2 of the court's original sentence. If your violation is that you commit another felony, you can be returned to prison for 1 year or the period that you have left on PRC, whichever is longer, and that time would run consecutive to any
I
additional prison
see.
time that you receive.
Hello.
You do have a right to appeal the court's decision if you're sanctioned and sentenced to the 12th District Court of Appeals. If you want to appeal, you must file your notice within 30 days of today's date. If you can't afford to pay for the transcript or anything necessary for your appeal, that can all be provided to you at no cost. If you cannot afford an attorney, I'll appoint one for you at no cost. Mr. Arnold, anything else?
Nothing further.
Mr. Harden,
No, yeah.
best of luck to you, sir.
Can I say one more thing before we go?
You're going to anyway, so go ahead.
If you could please just do one huge thing for me. There's one person I would love for you to speak with because you have actually listened to me more than anyone else I've ever stood in front of. just listen to one other person. That's the guy I live with now, because he was the one who took me to his mother and they said, you can sleep on that couch, because they knew I wasn't from Ohio and they were trying to help me get back home. The night my mother died, it was that next morning where the guys pulled the guns on me, forced me to go with them. And the next morning, I was surrounded by officers. One of the guys got caught. They asked him who else was with him. He sent them to me so he wouldn't have to snitch on his friends. This guy I stay with now, he knows the whole story.
Where's he from?
The guy now,
Yeah.
He's in Cincinnati. That's where he lives. He lets me stay with him because he knows I was in it.
You're talking about an event, the police showing up, guns
WKRP.
drawn stuff that happened, and that's when you were charged with the aggravated robbery with the guns back.
That was in 2004.
You're literally talking about something that happened 20 years ago.
And it's been 20 years where every time I get out, I'm put on probation or parole. I was actually going to Cincinnati State Tech when I got out, did the five years. That's why I was talking about I went to college and studied law. I went to Cincinnati State Tech. I said, well, I might as well study law and learn something, since I didn't know the last time they put me in front of a judge. I didn't know what to do. And I was actually doing good. But then they pulled me over one day, driving my new girlfriend's car, trying to go pick her up from work. The officer said, we saw you smoking that weed. It's a Black and Mild. It's still lit. Well, what are you doing in our neighborhood? They searched the whole car, searching for drugs, couldn't find anything. They looked in her glove box, found a little pink pocket taser that didn't even work, no battery in it. But they still charged me and sent me back to prison. It's little stuff like that that's been holding me back, where I'm actually doing good, and they find any little thing they can and throw me back in here. And then I get in here, have a seizure, and officers beat me in the head of a club. As you can see, scars all over my body. That's where the officers have been jumping while I'm having seizures, and then just throw me in the hole. I'm asking, can I please see a doctor? I haven't seen a doctor the entire time I've been locked up.
What you tend to do, though, is you take incidents that happened from 20 years ago in a different county, in a different jail, and you lump them all together to what you're experiencing now. You're in our jail now because you didn't follow my orders. You're in Warren County because you were in prison in one of the prisons in Warren County, and you're in front of me because you spit on somebody.
In Mansfield.
No. This happened in Warren County. See, again,
Thank
in
you,
your mind,
Posse.
you're kind
Thank
of
you.
lump it all together as one big event, but it's a series of events going on.
How is it okay for her to throw hot dogs in my face?
See, that's not before me right now. You were
That's why I spit.
You were entitled to a trial.
She threw hot dogs in my face and I reacted. Why is it okay for her to do stuff for me?
If you threw a pencil or something at me and I walked over and spit on you, you'd be upset, wouldn't you?
You'd be upset if I threw something at you.
Well, sitting up here, yes, I would.
Exactly.
But
anywhere, even her, anywhere, they'd be upset if you threw something at them for no reason.
All right, Mr. Pegues, again, I gave you the minimum sentence. That's what we're going to do. All right, thank you.
All right.